No patience. Patience, Daniel-san. If you're always in a hurry to sell or to get a tenant buyer, it's probably because you have low cash flow. If that's the case, be careful that one problem don't lead you to another one I've just discussed. Taking a little bit of money to put somebody in this multi-$100,000 house is a mistake. It's a mistake. It's going to come back and bite you in the butt. And I don't care what that tenant buyer tells you. I don't care what promises they make you. Oh, I'm going to get my tax return. I'll have a bunch of money then. Okay, well, when you get your tax return, call me and I'll let you know if this house is still available, but it's highly unlikely. Poor cash flow creates chaos management and bad decisions. Look, I know. Trust me, I've been there and made a lot of bad decisions from poor cash flow. So if we focus on getting our cash flow up quickly, and how do we do that anyway? Let me see. We got non-refundable deposits from pretty houses. We got wholesale flips, which are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. So how many of these do you think need to coming into your world before your cash flow issue is not a cash flow issue? I ain't touching a deal for less than 20 grand. I don't care if it's a wholesale rehab or, lease option. And most of them are worth more than that. Okay, so how many of those do you need in a month where cash flow is not your problem anymore? And not very many, probably one, two at the most. And on terms deals, I always get 2 to 3 months before my first payment starts, and that helps with cash flow considerably. It's a condition of my purchase. It's not a choice for the seller. And if that's what we're getting hung up on, I very well put it right back on the seller. So you're telling me if I don't make your next payment, you're not going to sell me this house? And if that's true, what are you going to be doing to sell it? Because haven't you just said you will be making the next payment while you're looking for another buyer? I'm a bird in the hand, not a bird in the bush. And I ain't going to beg. So I'm not asking them. I'm telling them, if you want me to buy your house, then that's what we're going to have to do. And especially if I'm paying the closing costs, for crying out loud. That's thousands of dollars. Gives me plenty of time to find a tenant buyer and be patient finding the biggest down payment. Patience, Daniel-san. Patience. If I'm rehabbing and borrowing private money, I don't make payments. I borrow the money, accruing interest. So I need 100 grand. I don't make another payment until the thing is cashed out, and the lender gets back their 100 grand plus whatever percent of interest that is accrued up to that time to get one check for the whole amount. And incidentally, what do you think they're going to say to you when they do that? Here's what they're going to say. Can you just keep my money, get it back out? By the way, you cannot keep their money. That money must be distributed from the closing agent to the lender. And then if the lender wants to send it back on the next deal, so be it. But make sure all the money you get from lenders is secured and that it never goes into your account until it's earned to go into your account. When something's paid off, the lender needs to get paid. So you don't have to have payments in your life if you're borrowing private money. And you rehabbers better not forget that. I can tell you right now, having several houses on hand and a payment on all of them to a private lender is going to soon get very, very old. And I tell you what else, when I talk to private lenders about accruing and not making a payment, they'd rather have it that way. They don't want to mess with a payment. That payment don't mean anything to them. If somebody's lending you 100 grand and they're worried about the payment, they shouldn't be lending you the 100 grand. It's going to accrue. They know what you're going to do. They can see what's going to happen and how they're going to get paid back. So you make sure they get the money back. Now you can ask them, okay, you ready to do it and put it in another deal? Yeah. You know what else is going to happen? Pretty soon you're going to get calls from their friends. Hey, can you do for me what you did for John? I don't know. What did I do for John? Okay. And lenders begat lenders who begat lenders. Once you start the machine coming, it's not difficult at all to find people who have money. There's trillions of dollars sitting in people's IRAs alone, which is going to be at least half the money you raise. And so take the pressure off of you. The reason I started getting 2 to 3 months before my first payment was due was to do just exactly that. And it worked so well for me, I decided to tell everybody about it. But you got to remember to stick that into your closing conversation, and you really don't even need to talk about it till you're writing a contract. Come see me in school.